Welcome everyone to the stream, and hello Deadvesm, good to see you again. You seem to regularly catch these streams. That's really cool to see you visiting often. I hope everyone's having a pleasant weekend. It's Saturday, which is objectively the best day of the week. This has been scientifically proven. And as for what I'm gonna do a quick stream just to make a little offline banner. So on Twitch, when your stream is offline, you can still have your channel display a nice static image to represent it. Right now it's a big black bar, which doesn't exactly shout artsy. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make like something to put there just to make it a bit more interesting. It's gonna be simple, it's gonna be quick. The stream might even be like under an hour even. Like I'm just doing it so partially because I need to keep at it. Because that's important. So the concept is pretty simple. I should remove the stream will begin text. Now it looks like I haven't begun, even though I kind of have. Oh, whoops. There we go. OBS, how does it work? Let's see. Latency isn't so good. I'll close a few programs. Let's see, is it getting any better? Yeah, it's dipping pretty regularly. Just a bit annoying. Let me just refresh the page so I can have a good look at it. Anyway, I keep delaying me talking about what I'm actually going to do, so here goes. I'm going to be drawing myself laying in a bed. And it's as simple as that, really. So I have these two drawings of me, which I kind of like. Especially the top left one, which I'm using as an avatar or profile picture on most websites right now. It very much represents the way I feel when I browse social media and I see people having discussions with each other. This sort of helpless, bemused look. It's pretty much me to a T, you might say. But anyway, I'm gonna draw myself like that, lying down in a bed or something. Just gonna see how I can make that work. Like, this is a two-person bed, which I've picked up as a reference because, you know, you never know when you might need a reference for drawing a bed. Well, let's start with the basic shape. It's essentially just a slab. I actually looked back at my bed to see how it looks. Maybe I should just do that. Like when I stream, I do so from my own little office, which contains both my desk and also my bed. I wonder if it's having a negative psychological effect to work and sleep in the same place. Maybe that's not a good idea, but I do it anyway because screw my psyche. I want to draw. Also, in the background is the Mega Man 2.5 version of Charge Man's theme. Not sure if you guys want Mega Man music on this particular day. If you have any requests for music, I'm always open to them. I like almost anything because I have no taste and no standards. For everyone just joining, good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be where you live. Thanks for visiting the stream. This is looking pretty simple, but what I'm gonna do is draw myself lying in a bed for my channel's offline banner. Just a cute little thing. Like, I've been... the past few streams were pretty in-depth looks at the character design. So I'm thinking it's probably good to take it easy a bit this time. But I have been drawing a lot of Paper Mario stuff lately, you know. So maybe I'll get to that. Hello, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing a cute little scribble this time. Like, I need a little more time to prep for the whole character design process, which I'm working on. Like last time, we got pretty far with the colors, but as you pointed out, it really helps to have an environment to really set the colors against. So I'm probably going to prepare and dedicate an entire stream just to that particular topic. But right now I just wanted to doodle a cute little something for my channel, just to see. It's kind of weird when I think about it, drawing myself in a bed. But anyways, we've started, so we can't stop now. It's been an interesting weekend. I started on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Thomas, I'm seeing if I can do something interesting with the perspective. So this little character, I definitely didn't design him to be used with any kind of depth. So that should be interesting, to try and actually see it in 3D shapes. That's good practice, because that's something I'm really, really bad at, so... You know how it goes. It's good to try the things that are more challenging. And drawing unique angles is definitely... sorry about that, my throat just exploded. But drawing unique angles is definitely a challenge I want to take. So if I'm gonna draw something cute for my channel, why not challenge myself while I'm at it? I might actually, considering this also was done in Flash, I might actually finish this in Flash too. That would be interesting. I've never actually streamed my art process in Flash, or rather Animate nowadays, before. That should be an interesting change of pace. Like, I've usually done Photoshop. How do I want to do the arms in this position? Like, I can just have kind of going alongside the button. No, I got it. I had to think about it for a little bit, but I'm gonna do something else with the head. Can't be afraid to erase a few things and start over sometimes. Right, this is it. This is the perfect image for when I'm offline. Me decapitated. I don't actually wear, like, this type of pants, but... Thank you. It's always nice to have you in the stream. Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of look to the side. Like, I have kind of a box head in this example, so that's what I'm going with. Just reduce it to simple shapes. He's kind of looking up, and this will make more sense, because I'm gonna do exactly what he does here. Like, lift the big arm up and wave at you. This is probably not how I'll respond if you actually, when I'm actually in bed, but, you know. That was a pointless comment. I just say the silliest things sometimes. Oh, you're doing an RP, alright. Well, there's no pressure to actually be particularly active. I just really appreciate you visiting the stream, like jumping in. You don't have to feel obligated to watch or comment constantly, Deadvesm. It's just great to have you here. What kind of RP are you participating in? Is it for any particular, like, canon, or...? If you want to talk about it, mind you, you don't have to. Drawing my hair here reminds me that I should probably get a haircut soon. You know how it goes. You skip once or twice going to the barber because it's winter, and you figure the extra hair will do you good in the cold time, and then the warm days start to come back, and you're like, I'll do it soon, and you just don't do it. Ah, alright, Deadvesm, that's cool. So one thing that people can do is like have the arm go down and then up, and kind of hold on to the sheet like that, you know? I'm not sure how that would work, though, how I can properly show that. Let's try it anyway. So long as we just think clearly about where the arm is and where the hand is, we should be fine. Whoops, I did not want to use the clone stamp. But Photoshop had other plans. This is a bit of a mess that you're only gonna be able to identify once I erase a few things. I actually use this little guy. I think I use him on my... No, that's another one. I have a similar drawing that's a bit more detailed and a bit less cute, a bit more like generally cartoony that I use for my business cards. Not sure why I picked that one. I guess it was holding a pencil and such. Just made sense to me to have it like that. Right, now what happens when we remove this sheet? Remove this. Yeah, I think it's a lot clearer what I intended with it now. Now remember, this is gonna be a pretty quick stream, so I didn't advertise it too aggressively. And by that I mean I forgot to post it on Facebook, and I'm trying to make excuses for my absolutely ill preparedness. Here's a pillow. Let's have the sheet actually go down here, because it doesn't make sense for it to... And there we go. Let's see, I'm just gonna check if any of the... Like, Twitch is always the most active place. But I don't wanna, like, forget the other website. Like, say if someone suddenly goes on YouTube and has a few questions, I'd like to answer those as well. It's hard to keep track of all the different websites and such, huh? Not satisfied about this hand. Not at all. Okay, let's... Like, I keep trying to draw from the contours. Let's do it the way we should and actually think about the base shapes. That's better. A bit, at least. There's something about drawing 3, or rather 4-fingered characters. It's just kind of a Disney staple. I should shorten the middle finger slightly. Is anyone else going crazy from the Mega Man music on repeat? Because I sure am. Let's change it up. This is sounding exciting. Very threatening and all that. Exactly the kind of music you'd think of when you see a man in bed waving at you. Gonna draw the beard right now, even though it's a detail, because it is the most important detail. Like when you ask what's more important, the face or the beard, it's the beard every time. That makes me think, though, it's kind of awkward to define yourself by something like a beard, because when you lose it, suddenly you're in this weird position of not really quote-unquote representing your brand. So you've got this YouTube channel, or rather group of YouTube channels, like the Super Beard Brothers, right? So when they don't have beards, people are always gonna say, like, well, now you aren't the Super Beard Brothers, you know? So I'm glad I didn't put Beard in my name or something. Like if I was called Aryan Beard, it might be a bit more catchy than Aryan Design, but it also would be, you know... Also, look at this. Can kinda still see how chubby I am through the sheets. I once did extensive studies on how clothing kind of how cloth, not necessarily clothing, though clothing applies, because it's mostly made of cloth, hence the name. But I once did extensive studies on how it falls, but I haven't been doing that lately. I should pick that up again. Like the way cloth forms over other shapes and such, that's actually really good practice to think about that. The way materials interact is always a great topic of study. That's maybe something to stream in the future. So, logically, I probably wouldn't be wearing shoes when I sleep. Probably. But what do you know? If I want to wear shoes, I'll wear shoes. Nah, but... There we go. Ah, there's this song again. I love it. It's called Deadlock by Elwood. Like, it's one of those songs where I think, like, why is it called Deadlock? That sounds so serious, but the song sounds so happy. Yeah, let's not exaggerate the band lag here. Just a second. Had to type something real quick. Look at these huge hands compared to the tiny feet. It's hilarious. I love it. You might consider this a flaw, but I consider it a virtue. I'll make the fingers here a bit thicker as well. I'm thinking the angle of the head. The angle of the head. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think the angle of the head might need to change a little bit. Like when you're in a bed, you're kind of gonna be looking up at someone, you know? This song, man, it's so good. I'm gonna turn it up. It's almost over, but still. I think we're getting the idea down pretty well. Man, lately I've really found my passion for sketching again. So what I did was I engaged with communities a bit more. Like I started drawing some more Paper Mario fan art and such. Cause not gonna lie, sometimes I'm just thinking like, why is it so hard to start drawing, you know? Like where's my passion? And sometimes I have to just resummon it by like thinking about the things that inspire me, you know? And Paper Mario, as silly as it may sound, is definitely one of those franchises that can really put a smile on my face during the harder times. I think everyone has games and movies and such, or books that are like that for them. And now I could ruin the whole piece by giving him like an embarrassed anime face, manga face. Or something silly like that. Let's see, how would I go about doing that? I'm gonna try it just for the lulz, if you don't mind. This is always a relaxing and pleasant stream after all. It's not like an assignment. Like, I think if I made like work of this, I probably would have lots of trouble like getting started. I might want to bevel the edges of the... something to note. There should be like a base of the bed as well as a mattress. Like, it can't just be a mattress on sticks. That's not how a bed works. Sometimes I make some pretty childish mistakes. It's been pointed out to me that I often draw things in a more childlike way. I guess they're just things I learned to draw in a certain way, and I just kind of keep at it that way without learning how to do it quote-unquote properly. Properly. I think there's a merit to drawing things with technical superiority, but I also think there's a merit of just drawing things with a certain sense of childlike wonder, you know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mentioned earlier that I started on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's one game that instills a certain childlike wonder, I would have to say. It feels in certain ways like a rediscovering Zelda, and in certain ways like rediscovering open world games. Like, what I always appreciate in Zelda over similar games like it is just how mobile and versatile Link is. He's a quick little fellow with a ton of moves and dozens of tools that can all be used for different types of fighting and navigating and puzzle solving. I think that's the grand appeal of Zelda in general, is just how much there is to it. There's to do. Like, if you were to point at one single element and say, the combat. Well, the combat is not that complex, you know. You might accuse it of being shallow, but it's having all these fairly complex things to combine that really makes the series what it is. You know, there's no series with this quality of combat and puzzle solving and exploration all packed into one. Like, there are series who have done story or have done puzzles or have done combat better, you know. But it's Zelda that nails that combination, that perfect middle road. And I think this new Breath of the Wild represents that quite well. But some people are not as enthused as I am, which is completely fine, you know. Welp. Here's the most unfitting thing I have ever drawn in my life. Yeah, so kawaii. It's a style I actually can manage, but I just don't do it very often. Anyways, let's start taking this seriously again. By the way, this music is from Freedom Planet, which is also an interesting topic of conversation. Ooh, this one is from Mega Man Battle Network. Let me just peek at my example there. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. That's the stream. I'll see you next. No, I'm kidding. I just need this for reference for a little bit. See, this is a sleepy expression, but if I drew a scary mouth under there, it would be like a ghostly. Okay, I think there's something I have to realize right now. And that is that his hair, or rather my hair, looks like a freaking helmet right now. Now the power of this one is that it is so attached to the head. So that's what I should go with. Something that rather doesn't interfere with the square-like shape of the head. You know what the major disadvantage of listening to great music is while you stream? You can't exactly start singing or whistling along because everyone's ears will fall off. So I'm not gonna do everything perfectly because this is just a cute little sketch that I'm working on. I like those nightcaps people wear, but I wonder if anyone actually wears a thing like that. It's funny though. It's cute. It's iconic. Well, that's about all I wanted to do for this. Like just a quick sketch to finish in Flash later, or animate rather. So, what will we do next? I only really prepped for this section, like just to make a quick idea, just to have something fun, just to have something fun to work on, just to get streaming again, you know, because admittedly I have been slacking on the streaming, even though I should be doing it at least once a week. I have been skipping out a bit, you know, and that's not acceptable, obviously. Anyway, so let's talk about what happened last time, and we'll move forward from there. So let's just briefly look at what happened in stream 4. So, no, thank you. In stream 4, we examined the colors of the characters and the shape, whether we could mute certain colors and intensify others. Oh, I should probably contextualize this for people who haven't seen it. I'll keep it quick for people who have. This is all part of my redesign process. I am redesigning these two characters, which I developed for a visual novel of mine. They're both paranormal detectives. That's about all you need to know to kind of get the idea. One is more like a church-based one, others more like a private detective. So they have some disagreements. You know how that goes. So last time I was working on giving them some colors. Then it was pointed out that like I needed to check how they would look against other colors, you know, in the background. So I've been thinking on how to do this. Like I even suggested that time, like I'll do a quick background, but I haven't decided on what I'll do with that background yet, you see. So that's really all I wanted to show. Next time we're gonna probably work on that, depending on the mood of the day. But for now, I'm gonna stop. It's been a really quick, really short stream, I know, but it's just for funsies. Next time we're either gonna draw the environment here, or we're gonna Now that I'm actually doing the exit, I'm starting to get unsure if I should just continue on for a little bit. So indecisive. Starts to close off his stream, doesn't. Yeah, the truth of the matter is I just don't know what I'm gonna what I'm gonna do, because I didn't prepare for much more beyond making this quick doodle. And I do want to rest most of my Saturday, you know. Well, we can at least play with colors a little bit. I mean, now that we're here, we're streaming, the night is young. Might as well keep at it for just a little bit longer. Right. Let's just quickly splash the colors on to see how it'll look. There's a white splotch somewhere here. There we go. I guess I should name my layers properly. And I should also put on some music if I'm gonna continue streaming anyway. Oh, the playlist literally ended. That's weird. There we go. We have music. Right, so let's make the bed sheets a sort of bluish. I should have probably done this first. You know how it goes, larger areas first, then the smaller ones. Oh man, I made a few mistakes. I used some white. And I should have been using the eraser. Scandalous. Oh man, it's everywhere. Right, to make this a bit more pleasant to look at, like the background, let's make it a slight gray, so I can also more easily see where I messed up and painted in white. Seems like I got most of it, but there's still a bit here. And here. Now my pajamas are slightly darker blue. Bit more like this. What? Not on the wrong layer. Good thing I caught it on time that time. Now this definitely demonstrates a few issues with this piece. Like when I shortened the pen lag, I forgot to re-establish the perspective properly. Which is a shame, because we'll have to redo some of the color. Mega Man 2 music. I'm just gonna experiment a bit and see which colors work together now that we're at it anyway. I can't believe I was about to just stop the stream just 40 minutes in. I guess I could have, but it feels wrong to just stop so soon, you know? No, I wasn't humming along. It's your imagination. It was the wind. Right, now this thing is happening here where the mattress is aligned exactly with how long the sheets are, so I should either shorten or lengthen them a bit to prevent that from becoming a visual issue. There's always something to fix once you look closer. I should probably make the mattress a slightly darker shade too, just to distinguish it from the bed sheets. That isn't much of a distinguishment, is it? Let's crank that up a bit. I'm doing a bit of shading while we're at it. Probably should leave that until we've established the proper colors, but you know me. I like to jump straight into the details when it isn't appropriate. Yeah, I can't blame you if you were humming along. It's a catchy song. It's been going on for a few minutes now, so I'm gonna switch to another one. Lights, camera, action. I love that. That's so good. I have to say though, this is a slightly dramatic facial expression. Twitch streamer offline or man dying in his bed? You decide. Alright, that wasn't funny, I'm sorry. Why am I laughing then? We're assuming that the light's coming in from the left here. I love the green shading. It makes it look even more like I have a disease. Well, we're just trying things. Right, once I have established the colors, though, I am gonna cut the stream. I love streaming, but I do need to work on some other stuff as well. Deadline looms for the project, and I also just want rest, let's all be honest. So the dominant color is the hair right now, right? It's yellow, it's the strongest yellow there is right now. So, I'm curious. How do you feel about the colors right now? Like, I'm not gonna deny that I'm a bit rusty at color picking. I think some of the blues may need some work, but I'm definitely interested to hear what you think about the colors right now. So if you have a thought about the colors, like you think the bed sheets or the bed need a different color, feel free to speak up. I won't judge you. No feedback is wrong. Of course, I'll eventually decide what I like the most, but that doesn't mean that it isn't valuable to hear what people have to say. Let's see. In the meantime, I'll just play around with the lighting a little bit. Some more reds, right. That's a good point. Should I, Well, I'm kind of doing it with this light, but that's probably not enough. Let's see. I could make the bed a bit more reddish. See how that looks. Strengthen the contrast, you know. There's one way to do it, but well, let's see how this works. Light is coming in from the left, top left. I kind of want to make it look like my head is like kind of sunken away into the pillow, so I'm gonna do that. It's an unnecessary detail, but you know me. You know me, Naomi. Let's see, so more red. The bed is already quite red now, but we could try some more. Just cleaning up the edges a little bit because they bug me and distract me. Maybe some purpley spots or stripes on the By the way, looking at it, this is another one of those things, but I feel like the bed is extending too far to the left here. There we go. So based on your earlier suggestion to add more red, where would you, for example, put the red? Because I've made the bed redder now, for example. I'm thinking about putting either something like a pattern or design on the clothes or the bed sheets. What do you think? Also, lest we forget, These little shy blushes. Aww. I could make my nose red as well, but that just makes me look drunk. Or like a clown. Ah, that's a good point. So I could move the actual... A malicious cat has just entered my room, which means from here on in it's drawing with drawing in hard mode. Nope. Get off of the tablet. Oh man. Rest in peace, stream. Oh, good point. The hair. What? So your main point of contention is the contrast between, say, the pajama and the bed sheet, right? Well, let's try something. While being harassed by a cat. Just saving a quick new version, just to make sure. The bed isn't... you mean like the reddish part or the whole thing? What? There's the clone stamp again. Highly professional stream. 10 out of 10. Good point about that hair, though. Especially my beard has a more reddish hue, so I could use that to my advantage. Sorry, I'm having trouble actually getting things done with this cat. I know that sounds like an excuse, but there's literally a cat pushing its head on my left hand right now. No, what I mean is, you said the bed isn't important, but you mean like specifically this area or the whole thing, say for the character? Because I'm... Oh, that's that tune we've already heard. YouTube commercials, my favorite. The whole thing, right. Gotcha. Thanks for the explanation. I got confused a bit. Well, the pajama is blue, so it already contrasts fairly well. I don't know, though. See, I'm establishing some more reds within the shape. Maybe make the shadow a bit redder as well. So it contrasts fairly harshly with the bed, rather or everything else really. Comparatively, I think that's a step up, right? What? Wrong document. That's a good point, Thomas. I'm gonna this is even though I've been messing with it way too much, you can consider this to be a sketch for now. I'm gonna redraw the lines. That's terrifying. I'm gonna redraw the lines in a little bit. But that is a good point, though. What I generally just do is try to give more weight to the shadowed edges, essentially. You know, and like kind of thin out the lighter sides. Bit like that, but I'm gonna handle that once we're gonna refine the whole thing. Like I'm probably gonna redo this whole thing in Flash once I get what I want. I figured I'd add some extra blue to strengthen the contrast, but Like, would you say the red is more properly present now, or would you say like really add some more reddish hues to the whole thing in general? I'm interested to hear your opinion. Like, I can always like heat up certain hues a little bit, you know. Definitely makes my hair golder than it really is in this thing, but you know. Uh-oh, that's Nintendo. No, that's Nintendo. Nope. Don't want to get copyright struck. Definitely increased the temperature of the character in the picture. Not necessarily, you know, I just kind of picked them out based on what they actually are. Like, this is roughly the color of my bed sheets, and this is roughly the color of my pajama. So I thought I'd just kind of base it on real life, but I'm not necessarily averse to the idea of changing it up a bit. You know, I'm open to any suggestions. Changing this or that. Like, I think I want to keep at least one of them the same, I guess. Because I do like the hot-cold contrast we've got going on here right now. So I think having a blue presence is really important. So either the pajama would change or the bed sheet, I guess. I think I would be okay with that. So let's try that. Right, so if I say I change one, where do I stand to lose the most contrast? That's the question. And I think the answer is if I will lose the most contrast if I change the pajama, right? And the reason I say this is not just because of surface area, but because this area, right? This is just about as much contrast as there is in the whole piece, right here. I feel like I'm gonna lose contrast regardless of what I do, so I'm just gonna change one of the things just to see how it works. And see if we stand to gain something from that. So I'm gonna keep the pajama the same now and change the bed sheets to something a bit closer to the bed. Like, let's go red. Let's see, because the dominant color is essentially reddish orange. It can be fairly saturated, like if we go by the whole rule of a color saturation is dependent on its distance to the dominant color. So let's real quick just apply a different color. I'm aware it might not look great right off the bat, but... No, this is not good. At least I don't like it, honestly. I think I'm gonna change to pajama instead. Like, I think I want my entire character to be slightly warmly colored. Like, go for a slightly darkish red, because that right there, that looked like garbage. So what if we use like the same saturation of red? Just interested to see how that will look. I think that looks pretty good, actually. Like, I think this looks better. Better than changing the bed sheets, at least. Let's see how it looks with some lighting. That's Smash Bros, so that's Nintendo, so that's probably... Alright, time for Overwatch. Right. Not sure if I want to do stripes or something. Now I look like an inmate. I've been put in prison for my crimes. It looks fun though, but that's not exactly the effects I wanted. Anyways, this is a good first experiment, but I'm pretty tired right now, so I think I'm gonna... I had expected to make it under an hour, just to kind of get back into the swing of it, and I went over because it's so fun, but I do need to take it easy for a bit now. So I want to thank everyone for visiting the stream. Thomas, thanks for visiting again. Thanks for all your good feedback. I hope I've moved it in the right direction. I might improve it a bit more off stream, see if I can't get the red to be a bit better. Thanks, Dead Vesm, for showing up, even though you were busy with RPing. Always nice to have you here too. Thanks everyone who visited, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of the weekend. And I'm sure I'll catch you next time on the next stream. So thanks again, and that was it. Bye bye.